everyone. So I was thinking about some really good classic underrated Christmas films. Like they're classic to me, but they're not really talked about, unfortunately. There's a lot of them. There's starting with Jack Frost, I believe 1998 or something like that. It has Michael Keaton and John Travolta's deceased wife. I forget her name. Uh, Something. Anyway, it's a really good movie. I always enjoyed it. It was really sad, the whole story of death and child and mother, widow. A year later, trying to go throughout their Christmas holidays without the dad. So, um, yeah, it's sad as fuck. And but the concept is silly. The dad comes back as a snowman, and his last name, ironically, just happens to be Jack Frost or Frosty. But yeah, the only thing watching it again that stood out to me really was the costume used for the snowman. It looks horrible, especially coming from Jim Henson's company and their standards of how great their stuff is. You got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, live action that they had done incredibly, and countless others, Labyrinth, and so many others. But, yeah, like, it's night and day how different and it is, the quality. But it's a natural element, snow, so I can see how that would be more difficult to bring to life, realistically. Because, like, I mean, you can do animals and little fairy tale creatures, um, because they're not really visible to the eye because they're not there. um, but yeah, the snow, it just, especially in the light and in the movie, it looks very, like, I don't know, like a fleece, blanket over it or something, like, and just the shape of it just looks weird. But like in the night scenes, which is very few, unfortunately, because that would have held up better. Um, it looks decent. Um, anyway, the cast is good. I like the boy who was in Touched by an Angel, one of the episodes where he's sick, whatever. He's a good actor. Um, I think that, well, in this, he's not as good, honestly. But, like, I've seen him in another thing. I think it was Untraceable, where he's older. He's good in that. Anyway, the mom is good. Carrie, or something, I think her name is. But Michael Keaton is good. He lends his voice throughout most of the film. Um, and it's nice. Michael Keaton's a great actor. Best Batman. Uh, Only one Beetlejuice. Like, yeah, he's a good actor, and it shows. Like, even with this being a family film, he doesn't hold back on some of the tears and makes us tear too. But yeah. Um. Anyway, I think it's a good movie. I'm going on a fucking rant on this movie. Jeez, 4 minutes. Just talking about. Anyway, whatever. Uh. Then there's also. Predator. I talked about this last year, I believe. It's really good. But that's why I talk about it here now again. It's really good. It has the late Lawrence Leachman. Leachman. Sam Elliott, he's great, and the girl from Jurassic Park, briefly. Um, But yeah, this movie is very underrated. It's great. It's not your happy-go-lucky Christmas film. Like, it's really dramatic. Very relatable themes through parenthood and childhood, minus the reindeer. That's just one element that makes it Christmassy, really. But like, this movie could pass as a everyday movie. Like, it don't have to be just for Christmas. Because the story is relatable on its own merits without the reindeer Prancer. Um, it's just a little bonus because it's cute. um, but yeah, it has a lot to do with, like, basically being a broken family, uh, awkward relationship between the daughter and father as far as, not having nothing in common really, and no money really to provide. So it talks a lot on, what you call it? The word where you're, struggling. The struggle is real. I don't know. But, so also, of course, well, Home Alone is a given, so I'm not gonna mention that one really, but it's great. I love both of them. All three actually. Um, and what else? Oh, for Christmas, it's basically Parent Trap, but given some festive elements throughout. And I think it's really funny. The cast is good. I had a crush on the cast member Ethan, uh, something. But yeah, I forgot his last name. But it has the girl from Hocus Pocus, Laura Birch. She's good in this. Um, and I just love the adult cast as well. Like, they're really good. Like, I haven't seen them in anything else. So I guess that's one reason I like them is because, like, it's, like, their acting is genuine. Like, they play really good off each other, but then, like, since you don't know them or recognize them because you haven't seen them, like, it feels more authentic, like a real family, I guess, instead of someone acting like one. Um, but yeah, I really like the movie. No one talks about it, unfortunately. Um, then, also, I had watched Elf last night. I know it's everyone's favorite, like, and it's one of the movies I do like Will Ferrell in, because I'm not a fan of him, but I don't think it's the best thing since sliced bread. Like, I mean, Jon Favreau, the director, yeah, he's good, but I really just got kind of bored during the middle half, because, like, there's not a whole lot going on, I feel like, and it's kind of like, there's not a whole lot of, I guess, not enough going on. There's not enough, like, emotion, really. It's really goofy, which is fine, but it needs a little more heart to it, I think. Um, it does at the end, I guess, but it's like, it just didn't make me feel that much for some reason. And the CGI is bad, but that's a given. Uh, yeah, and Christmas with the Cranks, I'd watch that again. Uh, I actually really like this a lot, compared to what I used to. Uh, I was, I was still annoyed with the townspeople while they give a fuck so much about the Cranks and what they're doing with their lives. I get the host great parties and stuff, but, like, get a life, it's Christmas, like, hang out with your own family. But anyway, uh, the ending was actually heartfelt. The only thing that really cheapened the ending for me was the Frosty waving at the end, the statue, and then Santa Claus comes out of nowhere, and I'm like, what the hell? Because that was actually a good ending up until that part. I was, like, thrown off by it because it had nothing to do with the movie whatsoever, other than it being Christmas. Um, and then there's Santa Claus, the movie. It's really good. I always liked the concept that, you know, there's two characters. That's one is rich, and the other is poor. Uh, and it's like how they come together and become friends, uh, which is kind of unrealistic, really, but whatever. I love the actor that plays Santa Claus, and I think Dudley Moore is the elf. That's really good. And of course, John Lithgow is the villain is great. Lord Farquaad, he's a really good actor. Third Rock from the Sun. But yeah. Uh, what else? Yeah, this is like a movie. Like I really loved it. It got me in the Christmas spirit, especially whenever Santa's flying over the globe and they play that song. Thank you, Santa. But anyway, the ending I thought was corny, really, and it really didn't need a villain in the movie. Like it wasn't necessary. As much as I love John Lithgow, and his character is funny in this. Like just having uh Buddy the Elf leaving the North Pole and starting his own thing without the villain would be enough. Um, but yeah. Anyway, uh, yeah, going on 11 minutes, Lord. Uh, what other movies is there? Oh yeah, One Magical Christmas, Disney film, very underrated. It's on Disney Plus. I had it on DVD. I seen it a lot as a kid. I'd rented it from a local library. But it has Mary Steenburgen. Uh, it's a very interesting story. Like it's very unique. An angel is sent from Santa basically to uh, give this mom, like, get her back into the Christmas spirit because she has none and she's cheap. And basically, it turns her around, and, you know, uh, there's this uh, conflict between the kids and her because, like, she's just basically dead inside, which I can relate. Um, but then there's stuff that happens, like a kidnapping and a murder. Like it's pretty intense, especially for a Disney film and a Christmas film at that. But it was good. I really enjoyed it. Um, but yeah, the other part I didn't care for is whenever the girl goes to the North Pole. It was the most boring North Pole I've ever seen. It is drab as fuck, and like again, that kind of felt, I don't know, like I felt like it didn't let go of the rest of the movie for me. Because she's there very briefly as well. Like, she basically goes there to get a letter for her mom, a Christmas letter. But anyway, I'm ranting, but hope you enjoy, and hope you have a Merry Christmas. And if you're gonna watch this on Christmas because you have a life. Bye.